Coming up on Torrance Today, 2022 is not going to leave quietly as wet winter weather landed in Southern California last night. With the new year comes a new city float for the Rose Parade, and decorating is in full swing. Plus, I'm looking back on some local top-notch businesses that I got to know throughout this past year. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Leslie Robbins. It's 4 p.m. on Wednesday, December 28th. I hope your holiday season is full of joy and happiness so far. Thank you so much for joining us. Here is our first story. One day it's cold, the next day hot, another day very, very wet, and there is more rain on the way. Yes, despite rain showers overnight throughout much of Southern California, Los Angeles is not expected to see significant rainfall until this weekend. The rain arrived in our area yesterday afternoon with brief periods of heavy rain that continued overnight. Starting tomorrow, another storm is forecast to arrive early in the day, but it's supposed to be lighter than what we just got. By Saturday, New Year's Eve, intense weather is expected, bringing 1 to 3 inches of rain until Sunday. Now, to help, the city's Public Works Department is offering free sandbags for residential homes. Torrance residents can get up to 25 sandbags based on availability at the Torrance City Yard. Just bring a valid ID or Torrance utility bill as proof of residency. Please call 310-781-6900 to make sure staff is available to assist you. The City Yard is located at 20500 Madrona Avenue. From floods to earthquakes, Southern California has it all. Being ready for an emergency is half the battle, and one local organization is doing its part to help. The city and the Torrance South Bay YMCA formed a memorandum of understanding for the YMCA to provide facilities needed for temporary shelter during emergencies. The newly formed partnership expands existing capabilities to respond to disasters and emergencies that happen within Torrance. Now, here is a picture from a kickoff meeting they had last week to discuss the path moving forward. Now, in the coming months, emergency services, police, fire, and community services will be working to set up operational plans and exercises to help our community be more prepared during emergency incidents. Stephen McCullough, the Senior Executive Director, tells City Cable, quote, "The Torrance South Bay YMCA has enjoyed a long-standing friendship and partnership with the City of Torrance. We are pleased to now be partnering with the city in making the YMCA facility available for emergency sheltering in the event of a local emergency." The 2023 Tournament of Roses Parade is next week, and decorating our city's float is full steam ahead. And how the city treats its decorators is 5-star.
For the day shift, we provide lunch. For both shifts, we always have coffee, hot chocolate, snacks. We have a tent of our own, and we keep our decorators happy. I had somebody tell me, "Oh, we decorated for somebody else, and we didn't get any of that." I said, "Well, if you haven't decorated for Torrance, you haven't decorated."
Very well said. Yes, the Torrance Rose Float Association organizers would like to thank folks who have supported them throughout the year. Those decorators, of course, the businesses that held all of the various fundraisers, and for everyone who has helped prepare for the big day. This stroll down Colorado Boulevard will mark the 134th Rose Parade and the 67th Torrance Float. The theme of Torrance's float is "For the Love of Nature," and per tradition, the design was produced by a local student. West High's Ruth Pichont won the design competition with her Babbling Brook float that shows larger-than-life caterpillars transforming into magnificent monarch butterflies. For more information about our city's participation in the Rose Parade, visit torrancerosefloat.org. Well, all month long, we have been speaking out and seeking out Torrance businesses that embrace the holidays by decorating their storefronts. Today's spotlight shines a light on Suntory Salon. Located at 1325 Satori Avenue, its storefront screams holiday spirit. From the snowman, the fake snow, the wooden signs for Hanukkah and Christmas to the various ornaments, all about. What a lovely display for the month of December. It was just last week when Torrance police responded to the Del Amo Fashion Center on reports of several masked suspects armed with hammers, allegedly burglarizing a jewelry store. It's a smash and grab story with Marine recruiters to thank that's been getting buzz ever since. And today we have new information. When officers arrived at the scene, 2 male suspects attempted to flee, but bystanders and 2 military recruiters from the mall's military recruitment center captured and held them down. The suspects were kept in place until officers arrived and safely took them into custody. The juvenile arrestees were booked at the Torrance Police Department and released to a guardian. Check out this police photo showing the 2 suspects slumped against a candy stall with their hands behind their backs as bystanders looked on. Well, Torrance police now tell City Cable that following the incident, 2 detained juvenile petitions were filed with the Long Beach District Attorney's Office for robbery. We're told there are still 2 outstanding suspects and the investigation is ongoing. TPD says that this incident is a reminder to our community members to be vigilant, and if they see something, then say something. The Torrance Police is also helping to spread awareness of a new law that takes effect January 1st, 2023, that aims to reduce opioid-related overdoses and deaths at public colleges and universities in California. The Campus Opioid Safety Act Senate Bill 367 requires the California Department of Public Health to provide updated life-saving education and federally approved opioid overdose reversal medication at no cost. The California Department of Public Health highlights data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which shows nearly half of overdose deaths nationwide in 2021 could have been prevented with a bystander getting involved. According to CDPH, when taken recreationally and without a doctor's recommendation, or when mixed with other drugs, fentanyl can often lead to a fatal overdose. As 2022 comes to an end, the Drug Enforcement Administration is announcing the seizure of over 50.6 million fentanyl-laced fake prescription pills and more than 10,000 pounds of fentanyl powder this calendar year. While new numbers on the state's dashboard reporting overdose drug deaths show there were 6,843 opioid-related overdose deaths statewide in 2021, and 5,722 were related to fentanyl. Earlier this year, the Torrance Police Department created an opioid awareness resource guide that lists resources, referrals, phone numbers, anything you need to get help is here. For more information, the Police Department's Special Investigations Division can be reached at 310-618-5709. As the new year approaches, it's always the perfect time to reflect on the previous 12 months. And for me, I was able to get to know so many businesses and their owners for my show, Common Sense. Take a look at some of my most memorable moments, from going behind the scenes at the Blue Stem Hotel, Pacini Italian Takeout, care of the family behind Gaetano's, and my new favorite Mediterranean eatery, Calf and Chick. This hotel not only is based here, but you support all the local businesses.
When you think about a boutique hotel, especially in today's world, people are looking for something that is local. They want that experience. Even if you stay at an Airbnb, you're now looking for a local experience.
All right, so this is our dough prep station where we do all of our dough.
Ooh.
Got to put our aprons on. We don't want to get dirty.
Of course, okay.
We ferment our dough for 48 hours. First comes out of the mixer. We put it in a big dough mass. We put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours. Take that out. Then we ball it, which is what you and I are going to do. And then we put it back in the refrigerator for another 24 hours. It gives it that nice sourdough flavor. It's crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. Has more of a structure to it too, so when you pick up a pizza with a lot of toppings, it doesn't flop on you. This is the process of how we do our dough. You ready to make some pizza?
I'm ready. So speaking of the food, tell me, what are some of the fan favorites that are on the menu?
So I would say for breakfast, the avocado sandwich is top notch, and that was, obviously you can tell, is a very California/Lebanese fusion. It has avocado, za'atar, poached egg, and it's just to die for. For lunch, hands down, garlic chicken sandwich. There's nothing like it. It's just rich, it's Mediterranean, it's so good. And then for dessert, just a good old crepe with Nutella and some fresh berries. That's been in the house for, oh my God, that's a staple house item for years and years. So that's always something we go for.
Well, I'm in the house of Calf and Chick right now, and I want to go into the kitchen with you and make some of these and eat them, of course.
Let's do it.
Okay. That was just a sampling, no pun intended, of some of the businesses I have been able to highlight on Common Sense, which airs right here on City Cable at 8:30 and 10:30 p.m. Well, still ahead on this Woof Woof Wednesday, it's another cute Common Sense episode. We're taking you to a dog training academy where our furry friends get to have all the fun, along with their humans, of course, when we come back in 60 seconds.
We taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to leave you with a positive story that fits the theme for the day. On this Woof Woof Wednesday, I'm taking you to the leading in-person dog training expert on all things related to, you guessed it, dogs.
So our motto here at Zoom Room is we don't train dogs, we train the people that love them. Our goal is to give the owners, the handlers, the tools that they need to go home and train their pets, train their dogs, work with them on all the little things that we teach them here, and be able to develop a better bond and longer lasting relationship with their dog.
As you guys know, in Agility 2, what you're gonna do is say off and then table. If your dog is still a little nervous about the table, but they're fine, you can just show them some love. You don't have to treat if you don't want to.
Founded in 2007, Zoom Room is a venture-backed and revolutionary indoor dog training gym. The chain has nearly 30 locations across the U.S., including one right here in Torrance, located at 18521 Hawthorne Boulevard, which opened in June of 2022. The company's key revenue streams and services include dog training classes, which range in difficulty from beginner to advanced, socialization events, and retail products. Be sure to check out my Common Sense story on this adorable spot on City Cable at 8:30 and 10:30 p.m. Well, that is our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great day and an even better rest of 2022.